point when they talk. And they've been talking a lot about foreign policy for months. The White House has told us that if we're real Americans, if we love this country and aren't traitors, quislings, then we will wholeheartedly support jumping with both feet into a highly complicated conflict in an obscure part of Eastern Europe where we have no national interests. Why? Because Ukraine's borders are sacred, unlike our own, and if we're good people, we'll recognize that and not ask any questions. So that's been their argument, though you may notice it's not actually an argument. It doesn't even approach an argument. It is a lecture. It is delivered at high volume with their signature freshman year self-righteousness. How dare you? No one from the Biden White House is actually trying to convince you of anything. They leave that for people they care about, like their donors. They're not telling you that what happens in Ukraine is more important than what happens in your own country, though obviously that's the underlying assumption. They certainly believe that. But they can't say it out loud. They rarely say anything they mean out loud. What they do and what they're doing now is they just yell at you about everything. Shut up, prole! Take the shot! Surrender that civil liberty. Pledge allegiance to Ukraine or else you're a dangerous tool of Vladimir Putin. It's a heavy hand. This, once again, is not subtle stuff, not a light touch. So why do they do it? Well, they do it because it works. You can see it on display in Washington. Even in that supposedly divided city, a place you hear a lot about partisan gridlock, nothing gets done. Well, some things get done. You'll note that not a single Republican leader has stood up to point out how insane all of this is and how completely divorced it is from anything that American voters actually care about. Just the opposite. If you listen to Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Republicans in the Senate, you would think that what the average, say, welder back in his home state of Kentucky really wants, more than a pay raise or an affordable vacation or decent schools for his children, what he really wants is an end to Russian aggression against the brave people of eastern Ukraine. And that's why if you go to any dollar store in the state, from Ashland to Covington to Paducah to Owensboro, you'll find what they used to call regular folks muttering bitterly about that damn Vladimir Putin. Will he cross the Dnieper River on the way to Permavsk? How can Zelensky stop him? And are the Moldovans safe? What about Moldova's territorial integrity? That's what they're talking about in Kentucky tonight. Of course, it's possible, we haven't run a poll or anything, that some in Kentucky, and in fact about 49 other states, might be wondering tonight about gas prices. And they have reason to wonder. The price of energy is about to go up dramatically in this country thanks to Joe Biden's adventurism in Eastern Europe. So that's a news story, too. And our own Peter Doocy asked about it today in the White House briefing. Watch.
Gas in California is almost $5 a gallon. Should people across the country expect to see that kind of a number when they go to gas up their car? $5, $6?
Well, again, I think as you heard the president say last week, standing up for our values is not without cost.
Oh, that's the, quote, answer. Standing up for our values is not without cost, scolds the gender studies major from Oberlin College. Fair enough. But that raises two questions. What exactly are our values, and what is the cost? Now, we can't answer the first question with any precision, though we're pretty certain it has something to do with trans rights. How could it not? Those are our values.